Hey, what's up, guys? Today I want to go over my SEAC trade, SEAC, Sea Change International. And this is one of the few longs that I actually take. This is just a breakout trade. I'm gonna go over kind of what I saw, and how I traded it. So, first we have this daily where, if we just look at it, we had this nice big day that went, from about 80 cents all the way up to almost $1.80. So it went up a dollar. So this is a big move. Basically 100. It is 100% move. Just a little bit more in this day, and then you can see kind of that the following days, it started to consolidate, and it started to form this nice flag on the daily. Basically, what I want to see is I want to see a stock that's had a big move, and then for the next several days it consolidates and starts to tighten up its range. And we can see that's exactly what happened here. Big move, and then the next 1, 2, 3, 4 days it started to consolidate, tighten up its range, and it's holding this initial move. It didn't come all the way back down to 80 cents or a dollar. It moved from 80 cents all the way to $1.70, and then you can see it's up at basing around this $1.50 range. So that's kind of the first thing we want to see. Obviously, we want a lower float as well, and this one is about a 30 million float. Um, and then what I like to do is when I start to see this type of setup forming, and one other thing I want to mention is the volume. This is actually a key indicator here. This has traded a lot of volume. It's not something that's only trading 10, 20 million shares a day. This has traded, 100 here, or this day traded 80, then this day traded 124 million, and so forth. So it's trading a lot of volume, and that's a big factor because we want to trade something that's volatile, something that people are looking at, and something that has potential of a short squeeze as well. If there's a lot of shorts in it, this can very well go. So now we want to go into the intradaily chart, and we'll be able to see what I'm looking at on the daily a lot more clear. Um, so this is the big move back here, and now we can kind of see this wedge or this triangle start to form. We have this top of about $1.80, maybe like $1.70, $1.80. It's kind of this resistance line, and it's very clear. You can see that every time it's tried to push against that level, it's come back down. However, the support has been getting higher and higher. It's creating higher lows on the chart. You can see that at first it was $1.30, then the following day it was $1.40, then $1.50. So when a stock consolidates and when it starts to tighten up its range, that's when it's capable of making a move to either the upside or the downside. So in this case, if it had broken down below this, this line, the support level, this, trend line, then I would have been, stopped out of it. Or you can also, probably short it on the trend break, right? So, but the way I traded it was, today in the morning, gapped up, it tried to push again, but it came back in. So, I did buy, you can see my entry here. Obviously wasn't the best entry, it went lower. But I did buy, at a decent risk to reward entry. Probably had, with my target is probably a 4 or 5 to 1 risk to reward entry. And I was risking the support line. So I was risking it. It came right to the support. It tested it and it held all morning, and then it went. So I sold in pieces. I sold the first piece as it tested again into this resistance level, and just because if it had failed again, I would have at least locked in some profit. And then I let the rest ride, let it work, and then I ended up selling into the close into the next squeeze. So this was a solid setup. It didn't exactly go as high as I would have thought it would have gone, but it's very possible it keeps going tomorrow and the next couple of days. But this is basically what I look for. I look for a big move, a big first move on big volume. I look for it to start holding highs, holding this level that it's squeezed to. And then I look for this triangle to start forming, a clear top with the bottom support starting to, create higher lows and starting to tighten up. And then once it gets very tight, you can try, try to buy it and anticipating this breakout here.